What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every single day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and we do take a look at the Dow Industrial at the end of the video, so definitely stick around to check that out. Also, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community. And let's take a look at what's going on. As always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence. There is a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. Make sure you read it. And remember, this is my opinion. Doesn't have to be yours. All right. Still doing the Bybit branded Ledger Nano X giveaway. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And Sunday, we will be picking a random comment from a random video throughout the week to pick the winner. Let's take a look at the news headlines. But before we do, I'm thinking about only doing Litecoin and Ethereum a couple days a week just because it'll shorten the videos and maybe do like some kind of everybody put in what coin they'd like to see and maybe doing that once a week. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and we may start doing something like that. So, all right. We always take a look at the news headlines just to get a feel for the sentiment. Bitcoin suddenly plunged to 8,900, and it may kickstart a, what does it say? It may kickstart a 3-month correction. Market wrap, Bitcoin drops, then pops as traders see. Hate when they do that. I wish you could see the whole headline, but it says, as traders see weaker markets coming. Bitcoin whale population approaching September 2017 levels. 930 million in Bitcoin options expire next Friday. Sorry, Bloomberg. Here are 6 reasons why 2020 is a great year for Bitcoin. Search interest for Bitcoin highest in Africa and South America. JP Morgan analyst, Bitcoin is likely to survive. And we talked about that when JP Morgan starts talking good about Bitcoin, it's probably time for a dump. When they start talking bad, it's usually time for a pump. Bitcoin extends sell-off to 9,000 amid wider risk asset aversion. So kind of mixed headlines. Fear and greed index, we did raise 2 points from yesterday. We are at 39, still in the fear zone. Let's take a look at why I'm bearish in the long term. We have higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI in the monthly. That is bearish divergence. Same in the weekly, higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. We still have, the possibility if we do break above this descending trend line here, that is when I become bullish. At a close above around the $10,100 range, we could be looking at $16,000. That's my bearish case scenario. Let's take a look, or my bullish case scenario. Let's take a look at everything else. So we're going to move this, get this out of the way now, and take a look at this rising wedge that we did fall out of. If we do come back up to test that rising wedge, the channel, or rising channel, I don't know why I said wedge, but if we do come up to test that, it's going to be around the $10,000 range. Like I said in the thumbnail, looking at this as a bull trap, unless, of course, we can break these highs and hold above them. But I still think this is a bull trap. We had a nice dip. Now everybody's getting really bullish, and that's usually when you see a big dump. And as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit and look at where we're at on the EMAs. The EMAs are giving us resistance right now, the 21, the 8, and the 13. The 21 EMA on the daily is right around 9,500. That's going to be a key area to watch. If we can hold above that, close our daily above that, we could be heading towards the $10,000 range. But like I said, we could go as high as 10,150, somewhere in there. We'll look at it in the smaller time frames, kind of see what's going on. But my measured move from the breakdown of this channel is 6,900. I'm still sticking to that. Obviously, we didn't go straight down. Like I said, this could take weeks. Let's also look at on the daily, higher highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Bearish divergence. Was looking at this yesterday as a possible inverse or possible head and shoulders on the RSI. I'm still looking at that. If we break this neckline and close below it, yesterday we were able to pop back above it and close above it. We'll see what happens today. Make sure we keep an eye on that. One thing I want to point out is, look at last time we fell out of this channel over here. Let me zoom in a little bit. We came down just like over here and then popped right back up. Nice fake out bull trap and boom. Most likely, I believe that's what we're going to see here. Like I said, we could pull this bull trap up to as high as the $10,000, between $10,000 and $10,200 range. I believe that would trap a lot of bulls up there and continue on down. But I'm still bearish here, guys, unless we're able to break above like the 10-1, 10-2 and close at least a daily above it. Same thing here. 6,900 is a target. 7,700 was support and resistance for a very long time. I know a lot of people are watching that area. As you can see, we got our bounce off of the 0.236 fib of the swing low to the swing high here at the 88.90, and 79.41 is the 0.382. The 0.5 fib is right at around 71.30. And then, of course, we have our golden pocket zone right between 61.50 and 63.60, right in that area. And, of course, my $5,400 target I'm still looking at. Remember, we have a gap. It actually shows up on the 8-hour, right around the $3,500 range. So it's something to keep in mind. Let's look at the RSI here. We were watching this rising broadening wedge that we fell out of, had a bull trap up here, came back down. Can we come back up and test this? It's definitely a possibility, and that could get us up into that 10-1, 10-2 range. I don't think that's very likely, but it is definitely possible. If we start breaking those areas, let me get this out of here. Then we'll start talking about higher highs. But if you look at the big picture, we've made nothing but lower lows. Even though each one of these lows is just a little bit lower, it was enough to trap bear or bulls. We've got bulls trapped here, I'm sure, bulls trapped here, and bulls trapped here. Let's go to, if you guys are interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. It is by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you like most other exchanges. I also have some other exchange links down there that all give you bonuses for using my links and signing up. Prime XBT gives you a 50% bonus on top of whatever you deposit up to 1 Bitcoin if you use my promo code Savy50. If you use Savy25, you get 25% off of trading fees. All right, let's look at what's going on here in the 4-hour, and then we'll look at something pretty interesting in the 1-hour. All right, so what we've been watching is this rising channel, of course, that we just talked about. And I had this as a rising wedge. I'm going to get rid of this line now because it is invalidated. What I did was clone this top line. Could this be what we're looking at now? Another rising channel that eventually we will drop out of. And let's see, if we were to come down to test the bottom of this, depending on how quick it was, would be around the 8,700. And we do have a target there. But that's what I'm looking at the bottom of this. And if we were to drop out of that, that would get us down to pretty close to our, depending on where we dropped out, would get us pretty close to our golden pocket zone down here. So regardless, guys, I'm still looking for these lower lows, no matter how bullish people get. Same with the stock market. People are extremely bullish right now. And that's usually when you know it's a bull trap, when everybody is thinking the same thing. Let's go into the 4-hour RSI real quick. And as you can see, we have this rising channel here that we did get 2 touches on here before we got our bounce. And if we look at that bounce, we had bullish divergence. We had lower lows in the price action, higher lows in the RSI. That's where we got this push up. Question is, will it continue and how high? As of right now on the 4-hour, we are getting support on top of the 55 EMA, which is around the 94.90 range. If we drop below this and get resistance here, we're going to most likely continue our drop down. But again, we could come all the way up into this $10,000 range, $99.50, somewhere in there, to retest the bottom of this. So keep that in mind. If that happens, I do believe it'll be a bull trap. Now, this here suggests that this could be it. We could be done. We have this rising channel here in the 1 hour. And we did hit our target here of the 88.90. Now, I put the Fibonacci retracement from the swing high to the swing low here. If you look at where we topped out, not only did it hit the bottom of the channel, but we hit the 0.618 almost exact to the T. Now, in the 1 hour, as of right now, the EMAs are looking kind of bullish, but this could be, obviously this could go very bad very quickly. Like I said, we did get rejected at 0.618. If we're able to break up past that, and that is around the 9,600, the next target to look for would be right around 97.70 range. And that's if we have a break of this. Then we would most likely have a rejection here, come back down and test this channel. If we break back down, then we're looking at the lower lows. Otherwise, we could be looking at retesting these highs up here. As you can see, all the trading that was right in here. We could come back and test that area between the $10,000 and $10,200 range. But I do believe that would just be a bull trap more bears. And most likely, if we get up that high, it would be a huge hard rejection. If we look at the RSI, it leaves room for another push up, which could suggest coming up to, like I said, the 97.73. It'd take quite a bit to get way up this high, but it is possible. Don't forget to check out my wife's webpage if you guys want to support the channel, anchorimage.com. There's a link to that below. Also, there's also tons of links down there that help you and you get discounts using them. Check them out. But anyway, yeah, check this out if you like anything on here, or if you want something else, some other coin, whatever you want on this stuff, she could put on there. It is quality stuff. It's not junk iron-on or vinyl. All right, looking at LITECOIN, we do still have a target of 37.14, and that is from falling out of this channel here. LITECOIN is, let's see what it's looking like in a 4-hour in the EMAs. We are getting support on the 8 EMA at 43.67. If we break below that and that becomes resistance, our next stop would be around the $41 range if that was to break. I'm looking at the 37.14, and again, I don't think this is all going to happen in a day, so it should take some time. Let's look at the RSI. We did get our bounce off of the bottom of this channel. Question is, do we come back all the way up here, or do we play around in this bottom area again? It does look like this falling channel here we have broken out and are testing it for support. We got support. So let's see, where could we be headed? This is where to watch on LITECOIN, around the 45.40. Break above that will get us back in this channel, and this could be following Bitcoin for a bull trap somewhere in the $50 range. Also looking at this, we're looking at this in LITECOIN as a rising wedge, and the measured move of the breakdown from there is around the $30 range. Keep in mind, if we do go to those lower lows in Bitcoin, I do think that'll be a stop hunt. And if we do, around $20 to $22 for LITECOIN. Now, Ethereum, this is something I'm looking at now. We had this trend line different. Now I've put it off of these 2 wicks here. First off, let's look at what we've been looking at, this rising, broadening wedge, which we did break down and came back up in. So I'm not sure how valid I consider that anymore. But a measured move from where we broke down there gets us to about the 138. Excuse me. Also, from the swing low to the swing high here, we have the golden pocket zones around the 152 range. 147 to 152 would be the golden pocket area. 0.786 would be around 125. And again, for those of you that don't watch the channel, these white targets here are the retracements of this move. So 214 you have at the 0.236, 0.382 is 191, 0.5 is 171, so on and so forth. Let's take a look at the measured move. Looking at this white rising wedge here. This could, if we were to come up and get the same fake out, like I said, in Bitcoin, we're going to put a target up to the top of this wedge, somewhere in this area, 273 or so. I don't think it's likely, but keep in mind it is possible. We are getting rejected at the 55 EMA on the 4-hour right now, as you can see. We'll see how this plays out. But like I said, if we do get that pump with Bitcoin and Litecoin, we could be looking as high as 273 for Ethereum. I think that's a little less likely. And actually, we have this trend line here that is more prominent. It'd probably be around the 250 to look for rejection. If we get the pump in Bitcoin, that would be what I would be looking for. Let's look at the drop, the measured move. If we do drop down from this area, that brings us exactly to our 0.618 at 152.60 area. Let's look at the RSI. RSI is looking like we had this trend line off the bottom 2 weeks here, looking at this as a rising broadening wedge. We broke out of it, came back, tested it for resistance, got resistance, and we are right at that line now. If we're able to break above that, then like I said, we could be looking at that 250. Either way, guys, I'm still bearish. Any move up is just a bull trap in my opinion. Let's look at the pre-markets for the Dow. We're up 435 points. We know how quickly that can switch. Yesterday we were way down and ended positive. So let's look at the daily. I'm still looking at this lower lows or lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. Hidden bearish divergence. We are getting rejected at the smaller EMAs here right now. We're most likely going to open up right around that 26,000 point range. We are getting support at the 55 EMA on the daily. But guys, like I said, we could get a nice pump up here today, but no matter what, I'm still thinking, like I said, a lot of people think and are talking about the Dow or the Fed's just going to keep printing money and pumping. If you think about it, how does a suckers rally or bull trap work? And that's getting everybody to believe one way. The biggest bears in the market have now turned bullish and think they're just going to keep pumping. So that is why I do think we are about to see the biggest money grab in history within the next couple months. And it's going to be ugly. I think people will lose their retirements and all kinds of crap. I could be wrong. Do your own due diligence. There's lots of other people saying lots of other things out there. Make up your own mind, but I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to click the CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. And even if you are subscribed, double check and make sure you are, because they are unsubscribing people without them knowing. And then you tick the notification bell. And after you hit the bell, another pop-up will come on. Make sure you hit the all, and make sure you do that on your mobile devices and your computers so you do get notified when I post new videos. And yeah, don't forget to smash likes, leave your comments, and I will see you tomorrow.